to steal a moment of your time before you get back to networking and catching up with old friends and colleagues. My name is Colby Pearce. I am MC this evening, and my first task is to invite Tanya and Charmaine and Shirley up, I believe, to acknowledge with a photo. It should be on.
Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Tanya Guerrera, a Ngarrindjeri Kaurna woman. Shah, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Charmaine Williams. Everyone calls me Shah. I'm a proud Widjiragunda woman from central Queensland and really strong connections to the territory as well.
Hi everybody, my name's Shirley Young. I'm an independent woman and I'm so pleased to be here tonight.
And I get the D. I'd like to acknowledge and formally welcome everyone here tonight to this land, Kaurna land, the land of my great-great-great-great-grandmother, Nellie Ramanaraman. It's also the land of my mother, Margaret Rusnahan, Nee Woods. I'd like to pay respect to my ancestors. I would also like to pay respect and honour the land that we're on tonight, the land that takes care of us. It keeps us strong. It provides for us our food, our shelter, our water. It provides our weaponry and very importantly, our medicines. So it's important for us to take care of this land. So whether or not you live on Kaurna land, or you work, or you're just travelling through, please take care of my country, my land. I'd also like to take this opportunity to say thank you to Sally and the team, Connecting Families, even though I've been a part of this Connecting Families team for almost 2 years and have loved every bit of the time that I have worked in this area. It's an opportunity to work with families with a whole lot more freedom and a lot more understanding, and more importantly, to us in a cultural manner that is not questioned or demeaned. I'd like to say thank you to Sally and the team as an Aboriginal elder within my family and within my community for the work that has been done with the Aboriginal families and the respect that has been shown when working and walking alongside our families and for bringing home our children. It's not too often that we have programs that provide that, and that sung to my heart. So I want to say thank you as an elder. I really respect that, and I'm so proud and honoured to be part of this team that does that. Thank you.
Well, that's a hard act to follow, but I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we're meeting on tonight and pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging, and elders present as well. So, welcome family and friends and colleagues and dignitaries who have a shared interest with our host organisation, Connecting Families, in working towards and achieving better outcomes for children and young people who are recovering from a tough start to life, their families and their birth parents. I want to just welcome especially Commissioner Helen Connolly. I saw her here. Justice Judy Hughes, who is attending here on behalf of the Chief Justice, Chris Karakis, Her Honour Judge Penny Aldridge and Magistrate Michael Jandy, who were here but had to go, the Honourable Josh Teague, MP, and also representatives and valued colleagues from the Department for Child Protection, it's quite a list, the Aboriginal Family Support Services, KWY, the Riley Foundation, the Office of the Guardian of Children and Young People, Child and Family Focus, South Australia, the Women's and Children's Hospital, care experienced persons, family members of the Connecting Families team, and friends both here and interstate who are able to participate via the wonders of modern technology. So just a quick housekeeping thing. The team have asked me to just have you at the end just put the name tags in a bag that is next to the table that you collected them from. A couple of other things that I just want to mention. So I'm a clinical psychologist, for those of you who don't know me, and psychologists kind of have a reputation for loving stats, but I'm not sure, Alison, if that's right. Well, it is right for some psychologists. When I was training, not everyone liked the stats part of it, I can say. But one stat that I'd like to mention, which is particularly important, is the statistic that relates to these figures that are here around us tonight. There's 1,000 of them, or so I'm told, and those figures represent children who have been returned to the care of family over the last 20 years. There's an additional 200 or more children who, through the endeavours of Connecting Families, particularly when they were doing family preservation work, were able to stay safely cared for within their family. I'm feeling very hot up here. Am I purple yet?
Yes, you are. Yes.
All right, and I haven't all shaved off so that the heat would have stopped.
It's purple.
All right. Okay, so a couple other things just of note. There is a poster over here that was put together by Sid, who is one of the members of the Connecting Families team, and that, where is Sid? Is it now? He's over here. I see. Yeah, so that poster has some direct quotes from families over the years, the feedback that they've provided in relation to the service, got it right the first time, they received. There is a painting about, is the painting by Hay? Oh yes, over there, beautiful. So the painting over there was done by Hayley Williams, who is the daughter of Charmaine, another member of the team who was up here just now. And that painting was done in support of it, or representing the reconciliation plan that Connecting Families have. All right. So I think at this stage that's the end of.
Well, we're just going to invite people to make their speeches. So
Oh, you want to do that now?
that's when we get all over.
Okay. Well, I thought we'd just keep it for another few minutes and then get back into it. Okay. All right. This is it. I'm going to be like a one-hit wonder. I'm up here and then I'm gone. Okay. So we do thankfully have a number of people who've kindly agreed to talk about their work and particularly their experiences working with the Connecting Families team. So firstly we have Colin Sparrow, who, it's lucky I spoke to him earlier because I was going to introduce him by former title. His new title is much too long for me to remember, so I'm going to get him to do that. But Colin is a social work leader and was formerly of the department and interacted a lot with Connecting Families at that time. Someone I've also known for a very long time, well, since I had hair and a brown beard. So I'll hand over to you, Colin. And I don't know if you want to stand up on this or not.
I feel a precedent. Actually, this is weird.
Oh no, you're in your element.
First, I just want to say thank you for the acknowledgement of country, Shah, and also pay my acknowledgements to the government people, so Namani, everybody. So I'll just kick in. I actually did think about this because I was told 5 minutes, okay, and I had 4.5, so I can do a bit of a preamble. Investing in supporting children to be safe with their families makes sense, whether you are a social worker, economist, or a politician. I had one, whether there might be one that's skipping. You might have seen in a recent article, Simon Chappell noted South Australia's rate of children in care is over 50% higher than the Australian average. Even if South Australia just managed to be as good as the rest of the nation, today there would be 1,560 less children in care in South Australia. That would save $214 million every year. It's interesting, the 1560s, and you actually think there's 1,000 up here. Simon makes a compelling case for early intervention services, and I'd encourage you to read his article in Daily. Simon adds that the average cost of out-of-home care for each young person, child young person, is around $137,000 every year. I don't know if Simon was going to be here. If you are, thank you for the content. Thank you for the content. Many of you, of course, will have read or watched the live stream of the Holding On to Our Future report from the Commissioner for Aboriginal Children and Young People, highlighting the impact of removal from culture and community and the disproportionate burden that Aboriginal families bear for child protection, interventions, removals and out-of-home care. If you're in the adult health sector, as I am now, you will understand that the removal of rights and the disconnection from family and community doesn't stop when a person reaches 18 years of age. Childhood trauma impacts health and functioning and increases the likelihood of a second state intervention, this time by the adult safeguarding regime. The investment in children reaps lifelong benefits. If you were to imagine in 2011 you had $20,000 to invest, by now that $20,000 would be worth between $40,000 and $60,000, depending on where you stashed your money, of course. It would not be enough to even cover the cost of one child in care. Fortunately for South Australia, there was a smart investor who in 2011 invested $20,000 into a social worker with an idea about a way to work with families that was strength-based, compassionate, and focused on keeping families together. The investor was the Winston Churchill Trust and that energetic, young social worker, Sally Rhodes. Sally has taken the faith shown by the Churchill Trust and developed the collective we know as Connecting Families. Today, we are here to celebrate 20 years of Connecting Families work. The human value of restored family connections over 20 years is staggering to reflect on. Actually, now we can reflect on it in a very numerical way, which is happy. The financial values of these restored families, as Simon Chappell has reminded us, would amount to tens of millions of dollars for South Australia. The savings in human costs, the trauma, the heartache, the disconnection, the loss of identity, and loss of country is immeasurable.
Yeah.
I applaud the Department of Child Protection for its prudent investment in the continuing services of Connecting Families. On a personal level, my association with Sally and Connecting Families has shaped the way I think about child protection work. It showed me what was possible, and for this I'm forever grateful. The existence of Connecting Families and its ideas has touched the lives of many social workers, changing for better the way that they work with families. The ripples of the safeguarding pond go well beyond the direct casework of the Connecting Families team. Again, an immeasurable positive impact on the lives of South Australians. As the president of the ASAW in South Australia, I appreciate the work of Connecting Families that so aligns with the professional standards of the association. Human rights and social justice require of us more than a commitment to an ideal. They require action. Connecting Families embodies client-centred principles in action whilst respecting the diverse stakeholders that engage them. That's not an easy task and often requires considerable courage on behalf of the Connecting Families team. All of us are better off for the existence of Connecting Families. Sally, Connecting Families team members, past and present, thank you for your commitment to South Australian families and happy 20th birthday.
Thank you, Colin, and very pleased to hear you referencing not only the article by Simon Schrakel, but very much in support of the fact, the reality that birth parents and birth parent connection is enduring, regardless of where the children reside, and it is a very, apart from the consequences for the children, we do set up foster carers. We set up foster carers by telling them that they can form a relationship with the children that will heal them. And the reality is that the most healing relationships for the children are those with their birth parents. Am I still purple? Right. Our next speaker is Sonia, and Sonia Parker, and she is from Partnering for Safety in WA, and she's been providing the team with supervision, training and consultation for a number of years. So welcome, Sonia. I'm not sure if you can see me on this big box here, but you have the floor.
Thank you so much. I can't see you, but I can see most everyone else, so thank you. Folks, I am coming to you from Wadandi country in the Noongar Nation in the southwest of WA. I want to say thank you for the most beautiful acknowledgement of country and to acknowledge the elders of the countries on which we are all meeting on wherever we are, because I know there's some people from other parts of Australia online as well. And I want to also just say there are faces I can see in the room that I haven't seen for quite a while, which is very lovely too. And Nicolau, so lovely to see you right there standing in front. Folks, I first met Sally and Deb in Perth in 2007. It took us a little while the other day to work out when that was and how long ago that was. But yeah, it was back in 2007 I met Anne soon after, and I met the Connecting Families teams soon after. But I think it was about 2018 when I wasn't asked by Connecting Families to provide them with supervision. I actually asked them to consider, would you be willing? I was wondering if you guys have someone who provides you with external supervision, and if not, would you consider me? So that was back in, beginning of 2019, and I've been working with the team since then, so into our 6th year. Over that time, I have seen the Connecting Families team grow from an extraordinary group of people who I so admired and valued the work that they did, to this extraordinarily larger and rich and diverse and incredible group of people. I get to work with them in 2 teams because of now the size of the group. And I want to just, first of all, Sally, make a shout out to your incredible brilliance in choosing the people that you've chosen to be part of this team, because, it's incredible. Can I just ask, Connecting Families folks in the room, can you just put your arms up and wave a little so we can all see who you are? What I thought I could perhaps add tonight is just a brief reflection on the fact that as we do our supervision together, which is, as I said, once a month, we don't spend a whole lot of time talking about the how-to of doing this incredible work with families that you all do, because there is so much wisdom and skill in the members of the Connecting Families team. What we spend our time doing is often doing the critical reflection, both personally and professionally, on how to do this work. And I don't think, well, I have not met a team anywhere that brings the depth of heart and compassion and wisdom and grace and generosity of spirit and incredible passion to the work that you all bring. I mean, I'm also a child protection worker. I've worked as a family preservation and reunification worker. I think it's one of the most difficult jobs on the planet and also one of the most extraordinary. And I think the Connecting Families team, you guys showcase that so beautifully. The way that you talk about the work you do with families, not only are you so incredibly respectful, but you let all of us know how privileged you are to do this work, and the way that you learn with and from each other is just an incredible privilege for me to be part of. So I hope that we get to continue doing this work, because I learn so much from each of you every single time we talk together. And the stories I hear you tell about the families that you work with are just inspiring and awesome and incredible, and long may you get to continue doing this work, because it makes such an incredible difference. So happy 20th birthday. May there be 20 more. And because you're so deserving. You're so deserving.
Thank you, Sonia. Hopefully you're still there. And as the other side of the supervision coin, I'm pleased that the team gets really good value supervision from you.
And from you, thank you. I will be here. I'm just going to turn myself off but happily keep listening. Thank you.